You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Days of Our Lives fans. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I've got sizzling new spoilers that came out in a brand new promo. There are a ton of scenes in this promo, honestly, more than there have been in a long time in a single promo. I'm going to tell you what happens. I'm going to tell you the specific spoilers and dates that tie to it, so you'll kind of be able to figure out the order that things are happening. And then we're going to actually show you the promo also, and we hope you're really going to dig it. I thought it was great. All right, before we dig in, if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. So in the first scene, Chad is on the phone. He's sitting in the park, and on the other end of the phone call is Lucas Horton at Statesville Prison. And Chad tells him, steer clear of Clyde Weston. Do you understand? And then there's a shot of Clyde all up in Lucas's face, looking as predatory as a shark. So there's not a specific spoiler for the date of this conversation. I suspect it may be on Monday because we actually have fewer spoilers for that day than we do for the other days. But there was a leftover spoiler from the 2-week spoilers that said Chad checks in with Lucas, who is supportive. So that's the Chad and Lucas spoiler we have. It doesn't tie to this, but it's all part of the same thing. And as I said, maybe earlier in the week. Stephanie says to Chad in the second scene, what did I do to make you pull away from me like that? And then there's a shot of her coming up behind him. He's sitting on the sofa, like watching TV or on his phone or whatever. And she reaches down just to kiss his neck. And he just freaks out and he jerks away from her like she's some sort of creeper or that she's got something contagious. You know, it was mean. That looks like a spoiler from Monday the 16th, which says Chad takes a step back from Stephanie, and another version of the same spoiler says Chad sets some distance between himself and Stephanie. So looks like Monday. In the third scene, Tate says to Holly Jonas, Johnny, isn't he a little too old for you? And there's this shot of Holly sitting and smiling and looking very flirty with Johnny DiMera on the living room couch at the DiMera mansion. That should happen on Thursday, October 19th, when the official spoiler says Tate faces the music with Holly Jonas. All right, the fourth scene is Gabi Hernandez talking to Brady Black. And she says, Brady, how would you like to get your daughter back? And then there's this little shot of Kristen DiMera walking in with lots of shopping bags and a smiling Rachel Black at her side. So this will either happen Wednesday or Thursday, the 18th or 19th. Both of those days have spoilers saying Gabi and Stefan are plotting. One of them says they're plotting, another one says it's a financial plot. So who even knows? But they are definitely scrambling, and they've got Dimitri locked up and on the ropes. So we're going to see what these two will do next. The fifth scene is Sarah really upset at Xander. And she says, you filed for full custody? That happens on Monday, the 16th. Remember, on Friday, we saw Sarah actually chilling out a little bit on Xander because she saw that Susan Banks was alive, and he was very happy to hear that Rex Brady was leaving town. So there was this little moment where maybe things had softened and maybe they could work it out just for a second. And then the spoiler says Sarah learns Xander petitioned for full custody. So you can imagine that's going to put a little damper on them being amicable co-parents. So we'll see if it's going to go all the way to court or if they will decide they don't want to get that messy. The sixth scene is at University Hospital, and it is Dimitri, who has one hand handcuffed to his hospital bed, saying to Leo, you gonna bust us out of here? So Wednesday and Thursday, the 18th and the 19th, there are spoilers for these guys. On Wednesday, things get tense between the lovers and Leo goes off on Dimitri. And then on Thursday, the guys try to figure a way out of this mess that Dimitri has gotten them into by being a little bullet happy. The seventh scene is John Black talking to Abe Carver, and he asks the mayor, you want to end your marriage? The Wednesday, October 18th spoiler says Abe opens up to John. That same day, just by the way, there's a spoiler saying Paulina turns to Marlena. So I bet we're going to get a little bit of he said, she said about what happened at their date. Remember, Abe was kind of worried she was going to ask him, I think, to take a ride on the D train. I don't know. The 8th scene of this promo, and yes, there are so many scenes. Ava is asking Clyde, why'd you have my son attacked? So on Tuesday, October 17th, the spoiler says Clyde threatens Ava. He lets her know that this guy that slashed Tripp's arm at the hospital was working for him. It wasn't just an accidental thing that happened with a random patient. And he summons her out to the prison. So she goes trotting out to Statesville and asks, what's up? Why you have my son attacked? And it turns out that Clyde wants Ava to run his drug empire while he is stuck behind bars, and says if she doesn't do it, Tripp Johnson is going to pay. All right, the 9th scene of this promo. Theresa Donovan is very upset by who she sees at her door. She asks, what the hell are you doing here? Maybe it's Constantine, just maybe, because he's coming all the way over from Greece and she was just in Greece, but it could be anybody. I just thought of Constantine because he's like the one guy in town that we don't know how she would react to seeing him. You know, if it was Brady or if it was Alex, especially if it was Alex, I don't think she'd be acting like that. So we'll see. So there's a spoiler from the 2-week pile for October 23rd through 27th that says Theresa gets an unpleasant surprise. So I wonder if this scene actually starts on Friday the 20th and then carries over onto Monday the 23rd, because you guys know how they do us with the Friday and Monday spoilers, the cliffhangers and the overlap scenes. So, and then there are a couple of other scenes, a 10th scene, 11th scene, and a 12th scene where there's no dialogue. There's just people. So I'm going to tell you what happens. There's a quick flash of Marlena Evans sitting at her table at Brady Pub, and she looks up at someone. Maybe it's Paulina, since we know she has a scene with her. Maybe it's more of her and Kate. And then we have a quick flash of Sloane looking kind of upset, teary, as she holds hands with a dark-haired woman with long red nails. It might be Melinda. Maybe Melinda is coming to her with some news about being, you know, her progress as her adoption attorney. But Melinda generally had neutral or sheer polish on, but she's not the DA anymore, so maybe they slapped some red nails on her. And then the last scene of the promo is a quick flash of Alex looking angry and Eric at Sloane's place looking around angrily. So those last few scenes went really fast. There were no words, and just glancing at them, I don't have any idea of what date it's happening or what spoilers it might apply to. The Marlena stuff was the outfit she was in Friday, so I don't even know if this is new footage or some of it's old footage just to fill it in. So anyway, a voiceover says at the end, all will be revealed, because the name of the promo was A Few Questions. And throughout all these scenes I just described to you, they had question marks all over the screen. Looked very Riddler-esque if you're a Batman fan. All right, I am about to show you this hot new NBC Days promo. But if you haven't already, please reach down and click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. Definitely click a like and drop your comments on what you're excited to see. Watch the promo and then tell me what you're most excited to see. I cannot wait to read your comments. I read all of them. This has been Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Steer clear of Clyde Weston. Do you understand?
What did I do to make you pull away from me like that?
Johnny, isn't he a little old for you?
Brady, how would you like to get your daughter back? You filed for full custody?
Are you gonna bust us out of here?
You want to end your marriage?
Why'd you have my son attacked?
What the hell are you doing here?
All will be revealed.